The Physical Properties of Solids, Liquids and Gases by KayScience.com. What I've drawn here is the particle arrangement for a solid. There are 12 particles that have been arranged in a regular, fixed position. And what I'm drawing here are the strong forces of attraction between the particles in a solid. And these strong forces of attraction between the particles cause the particles to be in a fixed, regular arrangement, as you can see here. So they're in a fixed, regular arrangement. So what I'm drawing here is the kinetic energy stored in the particles, shown by speed lines. And the particles in a solid don't have much energy. They don't have much energy stored in their kinetic energy stores. So the particles will therefore vibrate on a fixed position. They vibrate in a fixed position.
It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding.
I've now drawn the particles of a liquid. These are the particles of a liquid, and they are not in a fixed regular arrangement. So the particles in a liquid have weaker forces of attraction between them. So that means the particles in a liquid can move past each other. That's what I'm showing here. Particles in a liquid can move past each other. The particles are able to move past each other. And we call that the ability of flowing. So liquids can flow because particles can move past each other. So I'm representing the kinetic energy stored in the particles of a liquid by drawing more speed lines on them than a particle in a solid does. So particles in a liquid have more energy stored in their kinetic energy stores. That means particles have more energy in their kinetic energy stores and their internal energy stores than solids. And remember, the particles will move in random directions. They will flow and move in random directions. So the particles will move in random directions. They are not in a fixed position.
It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding.
So this is the particle arrangement for a gas. As you can see here, they are spaced apart. So I'm drawing the speed lines here for the particle in its gaseous state. There is more energy in the kinetic energy store of the particles than in liquids or solids. And there are almost no forces of attraction between the particles in a gas. So remember, particles have more energy than liquids and solids. They are free to move in any direction. And at high speeds.
It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding.
This here is representation of a gas being compressed. Particles in a gas are very spread out, which means you can squash the gas into a smaller volume, which I'm showing you here. So we've got a large volume to begin with, and then we can compress the gas into a smaller volume. What we're doing here is reducing the distance between the particles. So what's happening here is that the particles of this liquid are taking the shape of the container, and we're going to try and compress this liquid. And when we get to the volume of the liquid, we can't compress the particles that much closer. That's why solids and liquids are not as compressible as gases.
It's question time. Attempt these questions to check your understanding. Press pause to practice using those key words. The answers will follow. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Press pause to answer the questions. The answers will follow. And if you're stuck, just re-watch the video. Press pause to go through your answers and make any corrections to your mistakes. Visit KayScience.com for more free videos, worksheets and quizzes at KayScience.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe.